I strive to get a Bugatti Veyron. I remember sitting in the car with my wife when I was about 26, and I said to her, I said, you know what? I said, by the time I'm 30, I'm going to own a Bugatti Veyron or a Pagani. And they were the two cars. And by the time I was 28, I owned a Veyron. And by the time I was 32, I had both. So it's what tickles your fancy, isn't it?
Fair play to you, mate. That's impressive. What do you prefer then, the Pagani or the Bugatti?
I've just done an article with Autocar because they're doing an article on Bugatti and what's it really like to own a Bugatti. And I had some great times in my Bugatti, and I loved owning it. Like, I mean, so far, the experiences I had in that car completely supersede the experiences that I've had in the Pagani. Maybe for different reasons. Maybe I was a bit younger and a bit more in love with cars or that specific car. But, you know, I done 16,000 miles in my Veyron, which is a lot of miles to do in a Veyron. You know, I used to take it to the gym. I used to take it to Marks and Spencer's if I needed to get a sandwich. You know, that was my car. You know, when I wasn't going out seeing clients, I would go wherever I was going in that car. Service bills got a bit scary, and were starting to get a bit scary. And I think that's the only thing that is holding them cars back is maintenance. You know, I think if the cars were half the cost to maintain, they would be double the price in value. You know, they say the average Bugatti owner owns 32 cars, 2 boats and a plane. That's the average Bugatti owner.
That's mental.
Yeah.
You said they're scary. Tell me a typical bill by Bugatti for a service and then something which is pretty scary.
Okay, so you don't go swimming and not get wet. So when you buy one of these cars, you know, it's not a surprise. You know what you're in for. So an annual service is, I think it's 18,000 plus VAT for an oil change. If you need a spark plug change as well, you can put another 10,000 on that. Then if you need tyres, they're 27,000 a set. Then every third set of tyres you have to have a new set of wheels at 55,000 euros a set. This is just standard. This is before you even have an oil leak or need to replace one of the 10 radiators that are £10,000 each. You know, this is just for starters. But, you know, I knew what I was getting into when I bought the car. I searched for a very, very good car. Before I bought it, I had Bugatti inspect the car. So I knew there was going to be no surprises. I knew this was the script. Next year I need to spend this much, year after this much. You know, I know what I'm in for. The straw that broke the camel's back for me after doing 16,000 miles in it, and what was good about my car is I used it. So everything was kept lubricated, no pipes went dry, there was no cracks, there was no leaks. You know, I was very lucky with my car, and they say, you know, we wish everyone would use their car like you do because you don't have any problems. You know, you hear stories about people having to replace turbos and engine out services and stuff like that. I mean, they could just get into the hundreds of thousands. I mean, that's scary. But in my personal experience, I told this story to Autocar the other day. So my car's gone in for service. As I've dropped it off at the service centre, which is in Acton, North London, the switch that does the mirrors, the wing mirrors, was fine. It works. Everything works. The mirrors are fine. But you know, I was really OCD, and you know, if I put my finger on it, I could toggle it a little bit, and it had a little bit of play in it. I mean, like 0.5 mil of play, like nothing, but it just aggravated me. So I said to the service advisor, I said, do me a favour, when you service the car, just have a look at that switch because it might need a washer or tightening or something. I don't know. So he said, yeah, okay, Carl, we'll have a look at it and we'll send you a quote. Quote? Send me a quote. Okay. So later on in the day, they've sent me an email, and the quote was for £9,500 plus VAT. So like anything, like any bill I get or like anything in business, I'm all about justification. I can justify to you why you should pay me 2.6 million for a LaFerrari. Okay, so if someone can justify to me why that switch to tighten it up is going to cost 9,500 plus VAT, I'll pay it. But you need to justify it to me. So my words to the service advisor was, how? Justify it to me. Why is that the case? Well, Carl, you need a new door card, you need a new switch, you need a new motor, you need a new mirror glass. I'm like, no, I don't need any of this stuff. Like, everything's fine. You wouldn't have spotted it unless I told you. Like, it's only because it's my car I spotted it. So I'm not paying that. That's ridiculous. Leave it. So a customer of mine who makes all carbon fiber components for Formula One cars also has a Bugatti Veyron. He's one of these people, like, he would work on his own car. So I told him, and he said, look, next time you pass him, bring it down. I'll have a look at it. He's an engineer by trade. So I brought the car down, left it with him for 2 days, come into London for maybe a weekend, back out of London, car's ready, go and pick my car up. So I'm thinking, I don't know what he's going to charge me here. You know, he's a customer, he's a friend, but he's still got a business to earn. His time still is something. He had to do some work, so, you know, what's it going to cost? So I got in there, toggled the switch, it was fine. How much do I owe you? Oh, he said, there was parts and labour. And it was fiddly. So I said, okay, well, just get to the point. He said, well, the parts, I couldn't just buy one. I had to buy 5 of them because that's what you get in a pack. You get 5. So I know we only used one, but I had to buy 5. And it took me 20 minutes to do. And the parts for 5 of them were £1.89. So you get first round next time we're in the pub. And I was like, you serious? He's like, yeah, when we stripped it down, the washer that you needed was off a Volkswagen Transporter. I went on eBay, same part number, same VW stamp, it was the same part. Went on eBay, had to buy 5, £1.89. He said, it took me 20 minutes to strip the mirror, strip the door card, never touched the mirror, stripped the door card, put another washer in, replaced it. There you go, finished. They wanted 9.5 grand for that, plus VAT. I was like, okay, I ain't playing this game no more.
I know you're not saying this, but inadvertently, are we saying that Bugatti overcharge?
Oh, no, I'm definitely saying that. No, I'm definitely saying that. But it's their USB. It's what they do. It's, you know, people who own these cars, they buzz off that. They buzz off someone looking at them knowing that you have got money to burn because you drive a Bugatti. That's why people buy them.